Okay, let's hope this works. You will have to let me know if you can hear me. There should be some background music playing, I hope. I am very excited, a little bit nervous. It's the first time I'm officially live on YouTube. Team Kibzak. I don't know who that is. But hey and welcome. Death by Chef. Alright, Tim. Okay, let's watch here. Is everything sounding alright? Can you hear? Is there background music playing? Can you hear the game sound here? You guys let me know. As you know, there is like a 10-15 second delay from what I say to what you hear. So anyway, let's have a look. Angry Sparrows currently at 34,314 force points, and we are. Where are we? Angry Sparrows, number 28. Not so far behind Angry Assassins. Assassins have been climbing fast. The sound of music is good. That sounds awesome. Assassins decided to create a new task force and climb the leaderboard all over again. Kind of crazy, isn't it? But here they are back up where they belong. We have Angry Turtles, and we have Good Vibe and Lions. And Starfish should be on here as well. There, number 41. So that's Angry Sparrows. We have currently 41% completion rate at Forlorn Hope, which is actually that's about where we should be. We are the first step of the leaderboard teams. Like we're not as good as Lions and Good Vibe, but we are a leaderboard team, and we should be at around 50% completion. Right now, let's have a look at our log here. So we have a win here, and a win before that, and a pretty rough op before that. Then we are at 18, somewhere between 1600 and 1820 force points. That's pretty good. I'm happy and I'm very proud of this team. Now I'm going to show you the previous op we finished earlier today. I think this is a pretty good op. It represents the team very well. There are some stud hits and some breezes and lots of hits in between. So I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna do this. Probably I will do it like Turtle. Start with the supposed to be easiest map, and in this case that would be complex, I think. Dr. Django, this is Tolgahan. Tolga is he's from Turkey, and he was in Sparrows way back in time, like almost a year ago, and he played in Lions also, but then he went on a long break, and now he is back again since before summer, I think it was. My memory is terrible, and you will learn that. Let's watch. And I'm not quite comfortable with the BlueStacks controls. I have to zoom with the arrow keys on my keyboard. He's doing a flag landing here on the two smokes. Beautiful. Oh, it's peeking out a little bit. Lost a couple Zukas there. And the thing about this, normally there's a power cell next to this this machine gun down here. Whenever that power cell is not there, this I call it the new path because I'm old school. But this path becomes a little weird when that power cell isn't there. So I would recommend using the old path when you throw a flare up on the wall here, a long flare. But he's getting most of his Zukas up there, it looks like. And this looks like, what's the range here? One shot? Yep. And this annoys me so much. This rocket launcher down here always picks off like 30 goes or something. You can see here he almost got it still, even though he lost some Zukas on the wall. The health on this one was 1.7 million. So he almost got it. Looks like he did, I don't know, 1.5, 1.6. That's a pretty good hit, even though the path was a little bit weird. The finishing hit here was a Grenadier and Bart job done by Gurtori. Gurtori is from Spain, I believe. Gurtori came from Angry Wolves, and he's been doing awesome. So he's boarding the core, hacking some stuff here. He's hacking this shock launcher so he can clear this corner down here. I keep forgetting you can't see my mouse, so I can't point. So I need to kill a couple things down here to do some damage on the core, dropping a couple more artilleries. They're beautiful. The Zuka Gren Bart job done by Gurtori. Okay, let's see what we have next. I think Manticore was pretty easy. That's weird for me to say. Manticore is my it's my Achilles heel. You know, I loathe this base. I always breezy on it. So this one looks like one, two, maybe 3, 4, 5 shocks, and it's about 1.9, little over 1.9 million. And remember, we have the Zuka damage tribe now. How awesome is that? Basically every 6-4 account is now a 6-6. The tribe basically adds to troop damage guardians. 50% is 25% boosted, and that's 13% and 12% guardians. So keep that in mind. Everybody has 6 troop damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shocks. 6 shocks. Nope, he nailed a hard shock over here. Look. We killed it just in time. What's that? Oh look, 2 girls and Rick survived. This is, I forgot to tell you, this is Mosh. Mosh. He is from Bangladesh. I think he is 21 years old, a student over there. He's a great core rusher, really. Does beautiful core rushes. So that was Manticore solo. What do we have next? Maybe Tarsier, I think. Yep, Tarsier should probably have been before. Sorry, before Manticore. So this looks like 6 GBE, 4 troop damage. This is Balerion, Angry Dragon. I keep forgetting where he is from. And he has been a little bit in and out, went on some breaks. But he's been with Sparrows for a long time. So also a really good rusher. I think it's fun to see that players they get sort of their own preferences. So some people really likes the setup, hacking and dancing hits, and some people get really good at rushing. I consider myself more of a setup dancer, but I can do a pretty good rush every now and then if I have to. So this is 1.5 million almost. And look at this, I think the shocks were really smart placed here. So we shot these 3 machine guns and this one together, because this one will always rip a few girls, and machine gun have splash damage, so you really wanna avoid that. That's a clean Tarsier. It's probably one of the most underrated bases in the game. It's that shock launcher. I'll show you. This shock over here. 2 rocket launchers and 3 shock launchers. There's a lot of people is missing that shock. Now he did, I think he did these 2 rocket launchers and the shock launcher together, and then these 3, so he made that a little easier. But I will tell you right now, you see left of this shock launcher there is a darker line on the ground that meets the rocket launcher. You wanna aim your shock on that line, nowhere else. You will get this shock 100% of the time if you aim for that line left of this shock launcher here. Let's move on. Think, I don't know, too far away. We need a co-host. JR, the sexy man. I don't know. I think maybe Callisto next. It was pretty rough Callisto. Imp, you say too far away. Am I too far zoomed out, or let me know. I can easily fix that. It looks like we waited a long time to hit Callisto, and this is the first hit. It looks like Titanic. This is also Mosh. Let's watch. Mad Squabbles, you have missed Complex, Manticore and Tarsier. Should I be more maybe if I'm zoomed like this. Is that better? Mosh, he went up here, even though there were 2 rocket launchers. He wants all of this GBE here. So he cleared the rocket launchers, threw a critter for the boom cannons. Now, when these critters, the critters don't die, I always find that awkward because there's nothing around here that will kill them. So if you look at this rocket launcher range, if the critters survive and they walk towards these cells over here, you will lose the delay. And that rocket launchers have range, borderline. Yeah, it has range on the rush, so you do not want to lose the delay there. Let's see what JR said. Need a co-host or a man with a sexy voice. And we have Angry Neil in the house, the co-leader of Angry Sparrows. Neil, I have learned now that he is from Scotland and not England. Apparently you cannot say to a Scots that he is from England. That is not a good thing to say. Is doing a long flare up here. I love a long flare, but this isn't the ideal spot to flare. You want to throw that flare a little bit to the right of those cells to get a single file walk through these machine guns and shock launchers. This is the old school long flare. It's getting up there, and let's see, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 5 shots? 6. Oh, he uses critters for the doom cannon, I think. Yep, critters for the doom cannon and 5 shocks. No. Oh, I remember now. I think he miscalculated. He used an extra flare or something like that, an extra smoke maybe, so he couldn't afford the 5th shock, unfortunately. Otherwise that would have been a flawless hit. It looks like he kept the delay. So that's the first hit on Callisto. It was, whoa, look at this, 2.6, almost 2.7 million. And he did roughly half, so that's a solid rip right there. Let's see, where's the Titanic? Yep, here, John DD3. This is John DD. He was moved up from Crabs, and I like this guy. He tries so hard, and he's, you know, moving up sometimes can make a player really nervous, because lots of players looks up to the players on these leaderboard teams, and then when they get to play with these guys, they get nervous. I remember that myself. Now it was a long time. Oops, lost the delay here. It was a long time since I moved up to leaderboard, but when I did, I was so nervous all the time, and I was breezing and messing up the easiest hits. I was feeling so bad. He went with bullet. Looks like he shot bullet a little bit too late. Got the girls in with bullet, and yeah, it's a Pretty messy hit, unfortunately, but a good try, my friend. It's okay. You know, the team will always have each other's back. That's the beautiful thing about playing in the Angry family. So the finishing hit, the last hit of the operation, was Junimad. This is Junaid, returning, not a Sparrow, but he was in Angry Boomers, the team I led before Angry Sparrows. Unfortunately, that team got it got sabotaged, so it was no more. But now Junaid is back, and he is a beast, a really smart player, and he has a memory like a computer. You can probably remember the hits I did 2 years ago. Yeah, I think he lost the delay on this. Oh, yep. Getting up here. I have to get used to this zooming and panning. But now when I watch it on my computer screen, it feels a little bit too close. Oh, look at the delayed shocks. He knew exactly where he lost the delay and everything. Shocked in perfect order. Clean. Who knew that Junaid could do a core rush? He is a typical setup guy, and he loves bullets, so he even hit with brick here, so that's, yeah, props to him. Oops. Okay, I think there's one. Yeah, of course I saved mine to last. The last of the solo bases. This is a 3-7 account. 3 GBE, 7 troop damage, and this is 315 Chimera, so it's pretty beefy. I always start with throwing a flare down here, and I drop a smoke, and then 3 bolts. So some people do 4 bolts, some do 2. 3 feels, that's my go-to. And just to brag a little bit, with these tribes, this is equivalent to 9 troop damage that I have here. But I only have 3 GBE, so I need every last cell up here to make this hit work. When I cleared the last rocket launcher, I drop my remaining bolts. You will lose a few girls here to the sniper. I see some people panic and throw a smoke. You don't need that. You lose maybe 4 or 5 girls. It's nothing. Let's zoom out a little bit. Look at the rush area. You can see that this is not your standard Chimera. It is way easier. Some rocket launchers down here, but they don't really matter. They didn't even have range on the landing, so I cleared some mines, and then I'm just gonna let the Zookas farm. And look at this, I flared the second highest cell, and then I just let the Zookas sit in here and let them carve through. He didn't free snipe it. Yeah, I don't free snipe. Honestly, I didn't think of that at all. Now, look at this. There's a trick to farming here. You don't want to flare at all. Because if you flare around here, you lose a lot of time. And it already takes a lot of time to eat all these cells. So you don't want to flare anything. Let the Zookas fan out and eat the cells. You can see the sniper here. Nothing have range at all. And at about 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the hit, I usually flare up to eat the last few cells I can here. And on any standard Chimera, you will see if you look in the top left corner, you see how many things I have destroyed. And right as I flare over is the 70th cell, so that's 70 times 3, 210 extra GBE that I picked up. Now this walk is always a little bit awkward. You have to smoke earlier than you think because of the time it takes for the smokes to land, and yeah, you don't want to lose the delay on this hit at all. 1, 2, 3, 4 shocks. And now I throw a critter for the shock blaster up top, and I do 3 more shocks. So this wasn't even close to being close. With die 3 damage. I forgot to show you the health. It was 3.1 million at the start of the hit, but then I ate 70 items over here, which brings down the health by like 500,000. It's pretty much so 2.6, 4 plus 3 shocks and critters. Now I don't really know which of the shield base to start with. Yeah, Fang, of course. Fang is the easiest of the shield bases. Superb, long time booming friend of mine. We played together for all my time in the family. Way back in Angry Boomers, so that was my starting team. We did full boost. Oh, look at that, the grappler teleport or moonwalk saves a lot of smokes, 2 smokes, and he is hacking these 2 rocket launchers. And now there's a grappler here that needs to be dealt with. So he's clearing some mines. Dropping, was that 3 boats of Sugas, I think? He's gonna hit the shock mine on the left over there, but that's okay. So he's clearing through here. You will see now how perfectly he is sit out of range of this rocket launcher. Look, like the perfect bow of Zukas here. But it still shocks because you don't want to risk anything. You need that grappler dead, or this Fang is gonna be 1 extra hit. So the grappler is down and is spraying back, dropping some critters to clear mines. And now it's going to let the Grens do some work here. Whenever you are using Grens, you wanna be careful at the angle in which the Grens are throwing, because Grens overthrow their target, so they will always do more damage behind the target. Right now he's doing quite a bit of damage to this front shield generator, but now as he flares on the shield, he will do more damage to the shield behind, so they will kind of catch up. Sorry about the zoom again, JR. Dox is in the house, unorthodox. He is a co-leader of Sparrows, currently on break. That looks like Superb is going to get all these shield generators. That is always the goal on this first hit. You wanna hack the rocket launchers, clear a few cannons to make a safe spot for grants, and then you wanna just pound on these shield generators. Any standard Fang with a decent amount of health can be 2 hits. We did a solid job here, getting these shield generators down. Just flaring the grants over to just clear some extra mines. Now he's throwing this extra bar, the barrage, the boosted barrage. That is insane. You can do so much damage with just barting. So that was the first hit on Fang, and I think the next hit, yep, it's Superb again. I'm forgetting to tell you the status here. 6-4, looked like it's perfect. 6-4. Let's watch. All Zukas and Brick, so this is, he's going for the rush here. If I remember correctly, this was a little bit breezy-ish. Let's try and speed up a little bit. Let's see. Taking it safe, smoking early. He's moving over to the kill zone. You see there's no rocket launchers in the back here, so this is quite a nice Fang. But something happened. Wow. Yeah, he was a little bit late on the critters, I think. Unfortunately, so the rocket launcher is overshot. Some mortars overshot, I think. That's unfortunate. This was 1.8 million at the start of the first hit, so that's still quite a lot on Fang. It's hard to do really high damage on the Fang rush, unless your name is Huda. So the finishing hit on Fang, yep, it was 3 hits. It's Death by Chef. He is in the YouTube chat right now. Give a shout out to Chef. And those in the family that remember, we had another chef in the family. This is not the same chef. Apparently this one was killed by the other chef. I don't know. Death by Chef. Let's see. Yeah. Picked what we call a pro micro peak. You don't peak for long enough to actually lose the delay. To victory! Don't try it at home. Nice critters. 2, 3 volleys on the core, and the core goes pop, pop, pop. Superb. Alex Marriott on the chat. That is superb. We just saw Breezy the Fang Rush. Shout out to Superb. So that was Fang. Now I think everybody always do maze last, so let's not break that habit. Let's do cooker. Complex Fang maze. There's Angry Sparrow. Wow, look at that. That's me. So me and Krusty is a co-leader of Angry Sparrows. We discussed this. Look at this cooker. Rocket launchers everywhere. So obviously we're gonna have to do things not standard here. Dropping every spark to hack some rocket launchers. And I start off with the double hack and re-smoke. And now all the delay on these lasers on the left are lost, so that's why I drop a critter, just to give Spark enough time to get the hacks off. And now I am going to clear. This is a bit of an awkward spot because there's this rocket launcher up here have range, and I didn't get all my girls in the safe zone here. I probably needed to flare up, but I didn't, so I lost half my group there. Luckily, this is a 6-4 account. Luckily I had the Zuka damage tribe. I had to use an extra shock for the rocket launchers up top here. But I managed to get these rocket launcher down just in time. I'm dropping 2 Zukas for this machine gun. You can see I had actually scouted something here in the rocket launcher range. Flaring back down, and I'm adding 1 boat of rifles and 2 more Zukas to just clear some of this beach stuff down here. It feels so weird commenting on my own hit. By this time I had no clue about top rocket launcher range. I figure I'd flare back down to maybe approach this boom cannon from underneath. I thought I could maybe outrange this rocket launcher, but I did not. I'm shocking it. And as I clear through here, I gain a lot of GBE back. So clearing some mines for the next hitters. So that was the opening hit. Now we have this weird cooker ring with flamethrowers and doom cannons, and it's yuck. But me and Krusty was beginning to tell the story. We discussed this, and we thought that yeah, we can just do the ring standard. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna show you how blind we were when we get to JR's hit. So this is my calc. I needed 7 GBE for this hit because of some extra shocks and this weird ring. So I'm marking the standard stuff here. Start off with 2 smoke landing here, and I'm peeking. And now I'm going to drop brick, but I threw a shock instead. And then I drop brick. Then I lose all my girls, and I try to re-smoke, and I was like, nah, screw this. My boat showed like 2, 3, 4 Zukas in each, so somehow I managed to tap the shock instead of the brick button, so I got shock instead of brick. So now I am trying to figure out what do I do with my remaining 2 boats, just to do something here. And Yeah. So that's why I'm not doing anything for a while here, trying to figure out what I can do. 2 boats of Zukas, can't do much really. But we do have the Zuka damage tribe, so I figured, well, let's try something here. I'm gonna try to kill 1 shield generator. I figured that will make it a little bit easier. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shocks. So I needed 5 volleys to kill this shield generators. So that's, I would call that pretty much a breezy, because my goal was to clear the entire ring, the ring on left, but that is still standing untouched, so and now to the next hit. This is a name I can't see because I'm on Android, and I'm not gonna, I know what it says, but I'm not gonna pronounce it on a stream. It says bag something, F bag. Alright, so you can see here is marking, double marking, because this this flamethrower was already marked. So JR was looking at this ring and he was like, yeah, I can just do 3 hacks and then the ring is super easy. So that's what he did. And me and Kresta was discussing the standard approach. So that's the importance of discussing, because you don't always see the best approach. And we didn't have JR to discuss with at the time, so look at this, he's hacking 2 rocket launchers and a mortar. I'm so sorry. Ooh. It's getting pretty late. Just doing a 2 smoke landing here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 boats. And now he's going to the standard spot up here. And now this cooker ring, instead of 3 shocks, it is just 2 shocks, I think. Let's watch. Yep, 2 shocks. And he's clearing the flamethrower and the doom cannon and the rocket launcher on top, so now it's 0 shocks. How smart is this? I love it. And I'm a little bit ashamed that I didn't think of it at first. That's the way it is. Best leader breezy ever. Absolutely shocked my girls on the beach. And it was also a big planning breezy. Now he's dropping another boat of Sukas on the beach here. He's letting the Zukas. Now he's flaming back down now. He's flying over, he wants to kill the flamethrowers down here. And he's flaring on the far flamethrower, because when he does, the Zukas will automatically be in range of the other closer flamethrowers. So whenever you want to clear something fast, flare the back, the one in the back, because it gets all the Zukas closer and they will clear faster. Next time you outsmart me, JR says. Well, maybe I think I've done that at least once, but I'm not the best player in the world. so I mess up quite a lot actually. And look at this, here's that clearing the world here. Did 3 hacks, cleared all that was necessary on that ring. The next hit can just free snipe all those shield generators. I think there's a rocket launcher up here, so you can still free snipe the shield generators. That's a really good hit by JR. JR is also in an Angry Lions, together with me, Junaid, Krusty is there. Let's see, where's the next hit? There, Imp. Imp is a co-leader in Sparrows, and she is the leader of Angry Wolves. She is amazing. She's a great person, a great player, really smart. Let's watch what she does here. Yeah, she's gonna hack. I think the plan was to hack these rocket launchers so you can use Grens for the shields. But remember what I said when I did my hit? With lasers in range. Just gonna kill the cam quick. Whoops.
Updating system.
So now she has lost the delay on the lasers. There's quite a few lasers in range of Spark, and lasers are instant. Oh, I see now. I missed that. She did throw critters. I'm so sorry. I thought she did not. But the critters were late, unfortunately. So the lasers locked onto brick. So now she's like, darn it, what do I do now? That's the worst thing about the a hack dependent hit. If you fail the hacks, you're basically screwed. But let's watch. Just like I did, she has to think a lot here. What do I do? And while you're mid-hit, you can't tap to see ranges or anything. So she is dropping one boat of Zukas here to try and kill the Doom Cannon. Boom Cannon, sorry. Oops, let's turn the camera back on. But the delay were lost on the rocket launchers. The shock came a little bit late, unfortunately. But Imp is she is very smart, so she knows that the Grens have quite a bit of range, and this rocket launcher doesn't cover the whole area, so she can just come in from a little bit from the left down here, and she can outrange the rocket launcher, which she is now trying to guard. Streak of the panic here, I think. GBE has run dry. Now just like, wait a minute. The rocket launcher isn't firing. Now it is. So, she is pretty good here. At this moment you're just like, you can't see the range, you're just praying like, stop firing, stop firing, stop firing. And it stopped firing, so now she's safe. She will get these shield generators, so even though it looked like a breezy at start with the failed hacks, it turned out great. Maybe one extra shock for the rush now. I am showing a green hit in 1x. How boring is that? Yeah, this was basically done. So that was yeah, we got what was needed for that hit. And then we have the finishing hit. This is Angry Phytopath. I have no idea what Phytopath is. 6 GBE, 4 troop damage, all Zukas and bullet. And the reason he takes bullet on this hit, yeah, because of the cannons up here. So whenever there are cannons or boom cannons around, you have to think twice before bringing a Scorcher, because those type of defenses will kill a Scorcher very fast. And as I've said, you can free snipe these shields and you will gain some extra GBE. And now the shield is gone. Still a breezy, Imp says. Yeah, well, I know exactly what you mean. It didn't turn out the way you wanted to. And I would say that 99% of my hits are breezes. Oops. Let's slow this down a little bit. It's raining really far back. Oh, it's double smoked, so let's watch what he does. 4 shots, 5 shots. And some mortars on the left are ripping off some girls, but he got it down. Boom! Nicely done, Phytopath. I believe the Phytopath came from crabs, but I could be wrong. He's been in Sparrows for a long time, so and my memory is terrible. The Dutch cooker down in, what was that, 5 hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. 5 were 1 and 1.5 breezes. And now we're at Maze, the last base of this operation. Tropas PT, that is Gurtori again. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. It's Spanish, Gurtori. This marking 3 rocket launchers here. To hack these.
Hacking. Updating system.
Double hack and respawn. Beautiful. Now he's gonna go for... I believe he was going for a double hack here. I'm sorry. And let's watch. I believe he said the critters didn't register. And that's exactly why this didn't work, because he had lost the delay on the shock blaster. So right as the smoke cleared, the shock blaster fired right away and stunned Sparky and eventually killed her. So that's why the double hack didn't work. So as the same with lasers, you need something to distract the shock blasters. Lasers and shock blasters are terrible. Rocket launchers as well. When you lost the delay on them, they fire right away. So you need to distract to keep Sparky alive. So he's gonna try some fancy dancing on the fly stuff here. And you all know how that usually goes. So it's like, well, shock blasters usually you don't need to shock them because you will clear them fast enough, but here you have 3 shock blasters in range, rocket launcher fired. Just try to walk up there, but it's like 1 super left, so but it did get those 3 rocket launchers, so that makes this and the rocket launchers up here, which make this very much more doable for the next hitter. Let's see, 25, he has 2 boats of Zugas left. What's he gonna do? No, it's just dropping them over here trying to get something, but unfortunately he was completely dry on GBE. So that's very unfortunate. It would have been very beautiful if he got the critters out in time. So that was the opening hit. Where's the next one? Up here. This is Angry Haggis. the best account name of all time. Angry Haggis. This is Angry Neil. He was in the YouTube chat just a little while ago. Let's see this chat here. Don't be so hard on yourself, bro. Yeah, I'm always hard on myself. It's just the way. So Neil, this is a Scotsman, not the Englishman. For those of you who don't know, haggis is a traditional national dish from Scotland. You don't want to know what it really is because it is disgusting. But Neil says it's actually pretty good, so maybe I will have to be brave enough and try it if I ever go to Scotland. We start by clearing these 2 shock blasters to make the make the life easier for the subsequent hitters. And I think he lost quite a bit of girls. It's flaring up. Dropping another smoke. And these are out of sync, these last 2 smokes here. He drops a critter too early. So this is a little bit messy. Drops another critter in sheer panic, I believe. Now he wants to clear this shock blaster. He dropped the smoke too early or too low. The shock blaster didn't die. That's just the worst feeling. You're like, man, nothing is working out. There, the shock blaster is gone. It's flaring onto the rocket launcher. And fortunately, this is a sniper tower and not another shock blaster, so he will be able to get these rocket launchers. Basically, there's also no laser beams down here, so that's very good. He gets the sniper tower. Now it's flaring over. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. I've always tell people that when you do this the standard way, when you're walking and you're flaring up into this corner over here. Oh, sorry, let me zoom out and see what it is. Clearing mines over on the right. That is very important to do on every maze. You need to prep for the subsequent hitters. Clear these mines to make life easier for that. The poor soul who has to rush those shields. So I was saying, whenever you have cleared this rocket launcher and shock blaster over here, and you flare over, most people flare into the corner up here where he is now. That way they will always take the path above these cells and walk in the shock blaster range. I tell people flare lower, flare onto a cell down here, because you can't do that because there's nothing around here, so you can easily let the Zuka spread out. Just flare down low to avoid that shock blaster. Then you can flare up here, eat some cells and go and kill this shock blaster. That's my tip for you on that hit. Tolga is in the house. Boom, Tolgahan. I have shown your hits unfortunately already, but you can watch this again later. No, there's Tolgahan. Tolga next. I was wrong. Tolga, I already told you, he's from Turkey. He's a beast. I believe he's going to go for the top shields here with all Zugas and brick. Oh yes, I remember this hit now. Let's speed up a little bit. I'm gonna eat a couple cells, I believe, because he also has the shock blasters to kill. And he's shocking the shock blaster. And with the troop, the Zuga damage, he managed to kill that just in time before the shock ran out. He lost a couple, 4 or 5 Zugas perhaps. Now he's flaying over. There's an extra mortars here, but no shock rocket launchers up top, so that's really good. Oh look. But it's already used 1 shock on the shock blaster, so this is gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shocks total on the hit. 5 shocks for this part here. Medkit for the barbed wire. And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lightning fast shocks. Wow, look. Flame. This is so beautiful to watch. So yeah, he cleared some mines over here, and he basically got these shield generators down. You can see there's a very small amount of health left on them, so we can bark those out. So that's a beautiful hit. Shock blaster on the left, 5 shocks, 4 shields. Wow, Tolga, you're a beast, man. Maybe I can do a live breezy. Sure, yeah, of course. That would be lovely. I'm guessing you are eyeing Torrent. Let me know if you want to do it, and I'll just jump out. Try to keep an eye on this chat. Next hit is No Easy. No Easy is from Norway, same as Imp, and he's been in Crabs, and now he is in Sparrows. I don't know that much about him, but I know this hit he is going to go for his right shields. He's always checking out pretty late in the day when I'm about to go to bed, so he was checking in and just asking questions like, there's 5 or 6 shocks, how can I do this? So of course I had to stay up a little longer to help him out. And the shock blasters were cleared on the beach, so it's no later than normal. So I keep forgetting about the zoom. And he's flaring up underneath the shield. I normally want to put this flare a little bit further to the left by the sniper, because it's gonna spread into the barbed wire quite a bit here. One, two, three, four, 5 shocks. You actually don't have to shock this top laser here. Most people don't realize, so you can shift the shocks around a little bit. So he got these 3 shields, beautiful, and he's throwing some extra bart up here. And just so you are all aware, the shield glitch is still a thing, so you don't want to lose your last bit of GBE on a shield. And he didn't. That was very good. So no easy. Got the right shields. JR, haven't seen anything yet on the op. Okay, so maybe we will not do a live hit then, if you haven't planned. 7-3, it was meant to... oh, so you, Tolga, you hit the left, the top shields with 7-3? Yeah, this is 7-3. Wow, man. That's the Suka tribe for you all. Oh, Angry Krusty, the co-leader. Angry Krusty has been in the family for a long time. He has been around the training teams. He was a big part of Angry Breezy as a co-leader slash leader. So this guy, he knows what he's doing. He's also in Angry Lions. If you paid attention in the log, you saw that his tab here wasn't blue. So unfortunately, this is going to be a bit of a breezy here, because this rush 1.8 at the start, and if we look closer on the core here, the health is down quite a bit, and there's about 100 power cells here, so the core is probably down by 500 or 600k. Oh, did I say that No Easy was from Crabs? That's my bad. No Easy was from Angry Wolves, moved up to Sparrows. Yeah, Unorthodox says 7-3 is good without the Suka damage drive. Yeah, it is, but not on a shield gen rush with 300k on the shields. But with the Suka damage tribe, that's basically a 7-5, so you have 5 through damage, which is very good. So I would probably say that 7-3 is the most versatile account, the statue setup with these tribes, because you have some extra GBE and you have the extra troop damage. It triple smokes the kill zone. You want to throw those smokes together, because if you look how the Suka spread, they spread back again into the barbed wire. So, but something happened here. Yep. Oh, he missed the shock launcher on the left. That is so annoying. And I know Krusty, he's looked at this hit for quite a while, and he has studied the shocks and he's practiced the shock points, and then he still managed to miss. And that is, I know, I have done it myself. I know Krusty would have crushed that hit any time. So the last hit of this operation is gonna be Arthur Tirona. Now this is gonna be embarrassing, because I always forget if it is Armenia or Albania. It's one of those two. I'm not gonna guess now, because I'm real sorry. I never learn. I never remember. Arthur is great. He's always in a good mood. Always making jokes. And he's a really good rusher. That is his main thing. Just picking up every bit of GBE that was left by Krusty here. Oh yeah, you can farm here too because there's no laser beams. Nice. So some extra GBE. Now he's flaring up. Let's speed up a little bit. So he's flaring up above these cells. He flares over there because he wants the Zukas closer together after they farmed. Whoops, the flare over here was very late, so unfortunately he's gonna lose brick over here. And he lost delay. That always makes me nervous when you lose the delay on this hit, because you have to throw so many shocks and it takes time for the shocks to come out, so losing the delay is something you do not want on any hit, but especially not on this hit. Unorthodox says Romania, and that is wrong, I know. Albanian Neil has a better memory than me. So Albania it is. Arthur is from Albania. Whoops, sorry. Just shocking early. Oh, half X. Sorry. And he didn't shock the top rockets because I'm guessing he didn't have GB for it. But luckily he didn't lose delay on those, so he could flash kill this core. And that put the nail on the coffin for this operation. So that was Forlorn Hope, 3 shield bases down in 22 hits with a couple of breezes. That's really good. I'm proud of this team. Cells delay resets. He didn't lose delay on RLs or lasers. So okay, he didn't lose delay on the lasers either. I thought he did. Okay, so that's it. Well, unless JR wanna breezy live, I'm gonna end this stream here, I think. JR, you let me know. Maybe I can show a bonus hit in between if you need to look at something. But what do we have? This up so far. Oh no, I haven't seen. Looks like Neil had a bit of a mishap on the cooker rush here. Oh, thank you, Imp. SC ID is down. I can't change accounts. Okay, so no live hits. So that was it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you all again sometime soon, I hope. Take care. Boom.